Well, we're just doing a local trip today around the streets of Birkenhead, so let's go. We're just off here at Green Lane Station and we're beginning our walk. Well, first things first, let me just update you with this afternoon's happenings. I'm listening to Reading versus Everton on BBC Radio Merseyside, and the score is Reading 0, Everton 1 after 25 minutes, so roughly halfway through the first half. And it was a very early goal too. Just the second goal in his Everton career for Stephen Naismith. I think it's Stephen, isn't it? So yeah, it is Reading 0, Everton 1. Also, we've just heard now that Southampton have gone ahead in that crunch bottom of the table clash at QPR. QPR 0, Southampton 1. And West Brom 1, Chelsea 0 is the other game. So they're the 3 goals we know of in the 6 3 o'clock kickoffs. And the other 3 games currently in progress are Liverpool, Wigan, Newcastle, Swansea and Man City, Aston Villa. But just 3 goals in the first 26 or so minutes of the afternoon games. Earlier on, by the way, a thrilling North London derby finished Arsenal 5, Tottenham 2, exactly the same score as last season. So a bit of a Groundhog Day moment there, as I'll show you great views of the city. Yeah, you can see the 2 cathedrals to the left and the right of the shot, and various other buildings on Merseyside. And there it is. And just a bit to the left, St John's Beacon. There it is, the big observation tower. Brilliant. On we go though. So nearly half an hour gone. West Brom 1, Chelsea 0, QPR 0, Southampton 1, Reading 0, Everton 1. The other 3 are still goalless. Well, Everton are playing some lovely stuff. They're well on top in this game, with nearly all the possession as you expect, and have had several chances to double their lead. Reading haven't offered much yet, but no team is out of a game at 1-0. Almost 2-0 there. Osman had a shot saved by Federici just after the half-hour mark. Now we're into this game. But yeah, Everton are comfortable at the moment, but 1 goal is often not enough in the Premier League, as we all know. Some more good views coming up. One of the steepest roads in Wirral, just over that wall, as you can probably tell. Well, we better just cross the road to start with. We're just coming up to some good views of Birkenhead down this road. There it is. Yeah, Birkenhead Central Station's actually just down at the bottom of that road to the right. However, we're going to go up this way for now. Well, it's a really steep road this. Well, not that I'm struggling, but it's steeper than most. Well, we're almost there. And here it is. Some very desirable views of the city from up here. Into the 40th minute, and we've got a bit of goal news from other matches. Firstly, Chelsea have equalised at West Brom, so the Blues are level there in a game where they've got a great record. Apart from last season's defeat at the Hawthorns that Villas-Boas got sacked from after it for Chelsea, I think they've beaten West Brom in every single other Premier League meeting. And we've just heard now, Man City, the champions, are ahead in their home match with Aston Villa. Not exactly a golden goal, but a silver one. David Silva, back from injury, has scored. So there you go at the moment. Well, seeing as we're in this area, there is a third location I'd like to show you first. And the views from this one are probably better than the other two put together. So you will thank me for it. Trust me, you will thank me. Just ahead there. We'll see there's no traffic, we'll just cross straight away. And as I cross, I will tell you about another goal. I don't know what's going through Mark Hughes' mind at the moment, but he must be on the brink of the sack by now. Just what QPR didn't want to hear. It is Queen's Park Rangers 0, Southampton 2. Just before half time, most painfully there. Well, nearly half time now, as I'll show you some of the many rooftops of Merseyside. And the tall buildings of the city in the distance. The Liver building there in the middle. Those two pointy figures. There's the observation tower. Cranes. You probably know all the names of the buildings by now. There's the Metropolitan Cathedral. And here comes the Anglican. You know the drill. And a great shot of the clouds too. A beautiful complexion against the setting winter sun here. Oh yeah. Okay, it is half time now, and it is Reading 0, Everton 1 in the game that I'm listening to. So I'll see you for the second half in 15 minutes time. Yeah? Yeah, of course you will. Yeah. Nice day here on Merseyside. Blue skies, a lot of football. Oh yeah. Well, just 5 minutes into the second half, and there's already been a second goal in this match. Reading have started the half well. They've had a couple of corners, and it's paid. Reading 1, Everton 1. Equaliser for the Royals at the Medeski. Game on there. And they've got a few more goals. In fact, almost every game in the second half has had a goal. Liverpool now beating Wigan, taking the lead early in the second half. Not sure the score there yet. West Brom are beating Chelsea again. It's 2-1 to West Brom now. And Man City have doubled their lead against Villa, so they're on their way. Well, there's a bit of hope from Mark Hughes at QPR. They have a lifeline through David Hoylett. It is 2-1 now. QPR 1, Southampton 2. Well, we're so near twilight now that you can see the moon.
Behind Berbatov, and the
well, it's 4 o'clock on an autumnal day, and the Super Sunday game is Fulham versus Sunderland. It's just about to kick off, as you can hear, with 5 Live providing today's commentary.
So here we are, ready for the start of this Barclays
and
Premier League game.
We're underway. So let's go, and I'll tell you about my walk today. Well, it's a very autumnal scene this afternoon. The leaves are falling down off the trees at an astonishing rate. A nice enough day, clear skies, cold and crisp, but good weather. And there's our car. Bye car, as we head off on our walk. I particularly like this view. A very good shot there of the trees up on the hill and the houses nestled amongst them. Very good. Yeah, from this angle, it's even more appealing. Literally the trees protect the houses. All very good. Very autumnal this afternoon as my feet ruffle and rustle their way through the leaves. So just crossing the road here, we're literally doing a counterclockwise square, starting with this route, and we'll eventually come up from the road to the left. Well, it is going to be an uphill task for Sunderland, as traditionally in the Premier League they are poor travellers. Their top goal scorer Stephen Fletcher hasn't scored for them in 6 games now. Goals are hard to come by, wins are hard to come by for them. Just 1 in the last 18 league games, going back to last season as well. And that was a 1-0 home win versus Wigan. But strange things seem to happen on these Super Sunday games, in my experience. So they must keep the faith. I would say about 15 minutes have gone in this game as Fulham continue to attack the away navy blue shirts of Sunderland. Well, both teams are hard to beat. However, Fulham are hard to beat and also win a few games. Sunderland struggles to do that. 3 high scoring score draws in the last 3 games for Fulham. Sunderland have struggled to find goals. In contrast, it is the third. Well, we've just strolled upon this public park, beautifully tucked away within this suburb of Western Heswall. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk down, meander our way through it, and we'll then eventually reach the lower half of the area. Well, the white building in the middle of the screen is the D-View Inn, another pub, and like other pubs I've mentioned in previous episodes, I've never been to that one either. I've never been to almost every pub, to be brutally honest with you. Yeah, I'll just stop to show you this beautiful wall memorial. There it is. Well, 25 minutes in, and we're now on our way down, just through here, and this should eventually lead us to the park. The fans have been surprisingly quiet actually in this game. By mitigation, it's a complete sellout from the home and the away fans, so good effort on a cold evening from both of those supporters to sell out this game as we now enter the park. Well, it's getting darker as the game progresses. We're only a month away now from the solstice, and it's 4:30 and it's already pretty dark. That's the way we are though, when you are at a relatively high latitude that we are. You've got to accept dark winters to counter the long light summers. Well, there's a very significant update from Craven Cottage. A straight red card, apparently similar to the one Adebayor committed in what turned out to be a 5-2 defeat for Tottenham at Arsenal in the North London derby. And without question, that sending off was a turning point, as it was him that had given Tottenham the lead against a former club prior to that. And it could be a glimmering shining of light for Sunderland, because it's Fulham that are down to 10 men, and it's their key centre-half anchorman, Hangeland, who's been sent off. So, straight red card, and he'll be out to December if it's not appealed successfully. Fulham down to 10 men. This could be Sunderland's chance. Well, there is now some evidence that Sunderland have been boosted by the sending off. They are on the ball more, they're coming forward more, but still not threatening seriously yet. We're about 6 minutes from half time now as we make it to the lower village. There's a telephone box. And the road, the shop across the road to the right there is a convenience store. I remember going in it years ago, but they were earlier times. And that road, the Lydiot, just down there, a good friend of ours still lives there. Again, that's a different story. Well, Sunderland had a chance just a minute ago, although it came to nothing, as we fast approach half time in this. And as we say, this is the only game today in the Premier League, on the back of a very interesting one yesterday that, amongst the highlights, saw Man United and Chelsea both lose, and City took full advantage and are top of the Premier League this weekend. Just coming towards injury time now. Well, we're at the southwest corner of our route now as we enter stoppage time, and Fulham have just won a free kick. And unfortunately, that's all I can tell you at the moment of any interest. It's clearly going to be a goalless score at half time. Well, you might struggle to see me, but it is half time now as I reach the southeast corner near the beginning of the circuit. And it's amazing how much daylight has fallen in just 45 minutes. But it is the winter, and you must expect that. Well, I'm now back inside my car, and for the second half I'm basically just going to be driving home via a couple of shops. So I'll switch on the camera if there are any goals in the second half, yeah? But that was Heswall, Lower Heswall for you. Bye for now.
Are in front against the 10 men of Fulham.
You've just heard there, we've got a goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and it's the celebrating fans of the away team in the northeast, well, from the northeast, that are happy and up and down and delirious. They've got an away goal, a relatively rare away goal on the road, and it's Stephen Fletcher. Who else? They've got Fulham on the break after Fulham had nearly scored less than a minute earlier. Game on!
All left foot with that run. Yeah, because of Mignolet.
Just going past Spittal Station on the Merseyrail, and we're 56, 57 or so minutes into this. And yeah, the atmosphere's dropped a little bit, especially amongst the home fans that are now chasing the game. Fulham's issues continue as Brian Ruiz's day is over. He has a hamstring problem, we think. Well, as we pass the hour mark, Sunderland are growing and growing in belief by every minute that goes by. And Fulham have equalised just as I've said that. What timing! This is on the radio, it's not on tape. I'm not cheating, trust me, that was just pure coincidence. It's an equaliser for Fulham. What I was saying though, Sunderland were getting better. They just forced a great save out of Schwarzer. But now it's all changed, and the 10 men of Fulham, through Patrick I think it was, Fulham won, Sunderland won. Well and truly, game on. There's been another goal. Sunderland have just headed in from a corner. It's Fulham 1, Sunderland 2. And almost caught 2 goals. I was thinking of switching the camera on for this. I should have done, because Sunderland have scored from it. The away fans are celebrating once again. It is Fulham 1, Sunderland 2. 2 goals in 2 minutes and 3 goals inside 15. It really has come to life after a rather dull first half. So Fulham 1, Sunderland 2. Well, we're now into the final 20 minutes of this game, and since I went into that shop there's been a 4th goal in this game, and it was a wonderful goal too, and a goal that almost certainly throws the points back up north. The points are heading up the M1, almost certainly now. It is Fulham 1, Sunderland 3, a great goal from Sessegnon. Well, it's just a couple of minutes left now, normal time as I drive home. The points are definitely heading to the northeast, so cheers all round for Sunderland. Disappointing day for Fulham, but it looks like that's it. It's certainly game over now, and I'll see you next time. So, see you next week.